Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today of course we are back on ARK with episode 4 of our Colonization series. Today's episode takes us northeast of the Skylake village to the beach as we construct our fishery, a source of course, fish meat and valuable resources for the village which will prove invaluable for trading with other settlements. This video was intended to be defending the entrances to the village and fortifying it, but that did prove to be really boring. And the defences are being saved for a final overview of the finished project, seeing as they're not really worth an entire video just based on them. First things first is to get our foundations down. I throw down a rough 4x4 to start off with, although as most of my builds go, I then go on later to modify it to accommodate more storage space and such. Whilst you only have foundations down though, placing the pillars for the pier out to the sea is also quite a good idea. You might need to do some odd clipping with the pillars into the side of the sea facing foundations as I'm doing in the video to get correct spacing on the underwater ground, although this might just be a problem with the exact area I built in. The pillars will only extend so far out though, so you will inevitably come across some ground in the water that they simply won't go into, even though it makes no sense why they can't. So just go as far out as possible with pillars extending every 2 tiles. After constructing the pillars and extending the base foundations out as I mentioned earlier, we are left with a large base plate to build on. Next is to of course place the walls. I started off with stone walls at the bottom as usual for the theme of the Skylake village, and then built up some wooden walls around the top of those. I also sectioned off storage spaces on both sides of the base plate for, of course, storage, and then placed down some stone fence foundations to place down reinforced dinosaur gates onto. During this process, as with pretty much all of my building, I had a change of ideas and decided to opt for greenhouse walls on the storage sections with the walls facing landwards and seawards. I also replaced the wooden walls I'd already placed above the stone walls with a window frame at the bottom and a door frame at the top to create these sort of large open air windows. When the walls were placed, I capped off the dinosaur gates with the flat ceiling above to allow me to build a sloped ceiling above the flat cap without the open space above the dinosaur gates as you've seen in the church build. When the walls and the top cap were done, I then placed down a basic sloped stone roof atop the structure. I didn't use greenhouse roofing here. If you've watched any of my builds before, you know that I love greenhouse pieces. I think they're really underused. I think they fit really well into quite a lot of builds, especially Skylake, seeing as it kind of fits with the whole Skylord worshipping theme. However, I just didn't use it here because obviously you wouldn't be able to see it from below, and if you fly above, all you'd see is the wood top cap through it anyway. I also extended out the sloped roofing 1 tile on both sides to create an aesthetically pleasing overhang. After all this was done, it was time to, of course, furnish. I opted for a painted flag outside in the colours of the Sky Lake Village just to make it clear that this isn't just, you know, a random separate building, it's allied with the Sky Lake Village settlement. The main hall of the fishery is just a basic wide open hall with a single smithy to repair your fishing rod on. I kind of went for a simplistic and minimalistic approach here just because I didn't really feel any need to actually clutter this area up with any, you know, unnecessary shenanigans. I thought it looked much better as just a straight passage to the sea. Those storage rooms on the left and right of the main entrance door have 6 large storage boxes on the back walls, 5 preserving bins on the inner walls, and a total of 6 small storage boxes on catwalks above both doors. The pier is again very simplistic. I've added ramps on both sides at the closest point to the fishery gate, in case one were to fall into the water, though you'd hope that wouldn't happen. And I've also sailed my fishing raft around from a video from quite a while ago actually. Finally, I placed some chairs onto the pier to allow fishers to sit together, chat and reel in their catches. As for the megalodons that roam the nearby waters, well, let's just hope they don't notice our fishers. And there you have it, a clean and simple fishery build. Thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed, do go ahead and drop a like on this video. This is only episode 4 of the Colonization series, and there is a lot more to do in and around the Sky Lake Village, with the next build being the clinic and apothecary. So do subscribe to be the first to see that next build. Again, thank you for watching, and I shall see you soon.